Today we have about Mulan, which was this movie and made by Disney. And obviously, it's a recreation of this story in Chinese, like in it's a recreation Disney made that was Chinese folklore. And I'm gonna be talking about the movie today, where it obviously I'm gonna present like what the movie is about. And what it's about is that the Huns attack China and they wanna take over China, where they take like China, the good guys of China, they take all men actually to go fight so they can protect their land. Where Mulan want to take her father's place, but she can't because she's a woman, and that's it. And if she tries to like join, she gets executed. But then at night, when everyone's sleeping, she goes out, takes like something she needs, and then she goes out where the other already men are to fight. So now she's there. She gets a little dragon that's called Mushu, where she gets help from him to get so she can be protected. It's like the protector spirit in a way. So she gets protected, and then later on, they obviously fight the Huns, and then they win, and that's what the movie is about. We can obviously also talk about like what this represents, because obviously there's the show of courage and dedication, where she also she is very stubborn in the way that she actually gets kicked out of like the camp, but then she does that fighting thing where she takes on the weights, discipline and strength, and then she crawls up to get there, fetch the arrow, and then she kind of gets integrated back into like the community that way we're in a way, and it also shows that will and courage she has to do something, even though that might not give great success. And also, in a way, when she cut her hair, it also shows that it symbolizes that women have long hair and men they don't have as long hair. They may have shorter hair, where you obviously can see that she does that and tries to deepen her voice and act like a dude, because that's how they're supposed to be, like violent in a way. It in many ways also can show like who she is like as a character, but also that message where we understand that like Mulan, she can do anything that they can do, like the bronze of the bronze that they need, she can do also, and she can do better sometimes when she also does that climb up to the arrow. She shows that she has the will and the power on the bronze, but she also has, she also has the intelligence and and she's perspicacious enough to see see the problems that can be within this camp in a way. But also the music, it kind of also shows that, where it shows that when she is doing something that's courageous and it needs a lot of will and needs a lot of discipline to do, she does it. And then the music is much it's very upbeat. But when it's not very upbeat, it's like when it's very grim in a way, like the music, it gets a little slower and it gets a little smooth in a way, where they also use maybe some traditional old Chinese instruments. Like we can see that in the when the camp goes over to another camp and they see it's wiped out by the Huns, and this just creates a very dark theme. Yeah, it's also very supported by this that the women can't do it, they can't go to war, they'll be executed. They in old times they think that women couldn't do that and they just let them stay home, where we also can see it gets portrayed in the movie, but it really doesn't get that much portrayed. like only a little bit start, and sometimes we talk about it, think about it, like they think about it a little bit, where they're like we're waiting for so we can go home and see our wives, I think. And you also like it's in a way very slow. It's like, oh, we're training a bit, like it goes from one like point to another point very slowly in a way, but it's also like because it's Disney, it's tried to show like the movie in a comedic way, so it might not get the whole point across, but it's it's like very good, so you can like have like this in the back of your head, like where and why, like how you might get interested in it as a kid, and you might know a little bit more. It just shows more cultures. Still, also sometimes it's a little weird. I think personally that like sometimes they use different accents for different people. Mulan's father, she has like he has a very like weird dialect or accent where I think the dragon also has like a very different accent dialect in like let's say the leader of like the camp doesn't have this dialect, or like many of the people don't have like a very noticeable dialect or accent. So the movie, it has many great points, very many great points, and it's made in a great way, where it gets this pertinent idea across from the view to the viewer. But obviously, it's made a little lighthearted, so it's a little diluted in a way how its story is actually like told, and it's straight away